Okay. Yep, dump it. Oh dear. Oh no.
All right.
No. Is it fucking dead again? Okay, there you go.
You're nailing it.
How many are have left? Holy fuck! Okay, it's the last one.
It's a 40-round mag.
Well, we had shot all those shots to 500 were with this mag. Hello everyone, it's James from Orbital Defense. I want to do a video kind of going over the build I have for my Tommy built T7, some of the things I've had on it in the past, and some of the things I plan on it in the future. There will be videos to follow along as it gets some of those upgrades, so it'll kind of be like a playlist to kind of start out with a gun and follow along how it progresses. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
That does suck.
All right, so to start us out, we've got the fore end here with the suppressor. We're just going to kind of go to suppressor, the middle of the gun with all the attachments, the optics, the gun itself, and then extras from there. But with the suppressor, I've got a B&T Print XH SC. So very cool suppressor. It's titanium and Inconel. It's also flow through. As I was talking to Tommy when I first got this gun, he told me that you need to have some sort of flow-through suppressor if you're not going to use the factory MP7 suppressors like from B&T themselves. Still a B&T can, but I couldn't find any 4.6 cans, and I like the option of having this on multiple guns beyond just this one. So very solid can. I'll probably end up with a titanium white bread on there, just because this one's a little bit too fat. You don't really get a whole lot of clearance with the light. So just to kind of mitigate any issues that there might be with that, I'll end up with a white bread, and this will just go on something else. But overall, very good can, pretty decent overall tone. Not as deep as a full Inconel can, and the flash from it being titanium has toned down significantly as it's gotten some rounds through it, and certainly no flash with 4.6, even on first round or anything like that. So very good can overall. It's light and compact, just like the rest of the gun. So I wanted a can that kind of matched the intent of the gun from the get-go. So that's what we got there. Print XH. We have it on a Diligent Defense Zilch mount. Very cool, very small titanium that uses the Q Plan B or the Reardon Atlas method of attachment. So you get kind of QD, not really QD, but you get the taper lock muzzle devices. This guy here is a Liberty Precision Machine 13.7, or excuse me, 14.5 pin and weld muzzle device. I had to select it just because the barrel that was on the T7 as it came was threaded very weird. So I had it rethreaded and then got a thread adapter so that it could accept 1/2 by 28 muzzle devices. And I needed something that tucked into the gun because the muzzle is actually like right here in the end cap, so it doesn't like poke out a whole bunch. So you needed something to kind of bridge that gap while still giving you enough space to actually have the shoulder on the suppressor. So it's 5.56 can, 5.56 muzzle device on a Gemtech, I forget the model, thread adapter for some obscure 22 out there, but they still make them. So that's what it got rethreaded to at a local shop, and works great. Takes everything super concentric, holds up well, and is awesome. So that's kind of the suppressor muzzle end of the gun. All right, so moving back from the suppressor, we have our kind of fore end attachments. On the ejection port side, we've got our M600 Pro. The Pro is important with a Vampire head. I say the Pro is important because as the slide channel goes back behind that mount. If you had a perfectly flat, like Arisaka mount or whatever, it would impact. It still kind of impacts. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of marring just on the edge of the deal, just because it slides up and just narrowly touches, but it's not enough to really hinder the operation of the stocks. I still wanted to fully collapse, just because that's one of the cool aspects of the gun is that it gets small. So it does need the Pro mount. I tried to use other mounts. This is the only one I found that could work, unless you do the whole M-lock to Picatinny and then an adapter. Then it just becomes large. So this is the most streamlined, usable option that I've found on the T7. So that's why I got that. On the top, we've got a Somo Gear PEC 15, or I guess this is the LA5B. And I don't like it. It has broken. The left and right windage adjustment for the illuminator has crushed in, so I can't even adjust it anymore. It's just busted in. You might be able to see if there's some sort of... it's broken. You can kind of see inside, and it's all smushed. So that will end up with something else, most likely a invisible sight Engol Mark V with the crane port, just because they've been cool. There's a whole mysticism thing with lasers, but this one is good on performance. It just hasn't held up to not even light usage. I haven't really beat the fuck out of this, and it still broke. So that's going to change, but not bad overall if you don't use it at all. On the side here, we've got the Unity Axon SL dual lead. I run this on just about every gun I own now, just because I like the consistency of having one button that controls both my light and laser. And I can configure the light and laser to Viz or IR or off, depending on what situation I'm in, so that there's no NDs. It's in night vision or white light, and it's pretty easy to configure otherwise to the Viz or IR settings. So super easy, one click. It turns on, it's constant on, so I don't have to hold it. I've had there's people have different feelings about pressure switches. That's the way I like to run mine. Behind the switch, we've got a CAC QD sling socket, and I like the orientation of this sling socket because it gives me plenty of room for a nice grip around the light, so I can have good purchase, and it's not pressing into the sling. The sling's not bouncing around. It just kind of moves everything back to give me good purchase on the gun. Underneath, on this gun, it is M-lock, so you could put other grips, but I've got the Tommy built flip grip for the MP7. It's an MP7. It's getting an MP7 grip. You can't put other things in there. It'd be kind of cool to try other things, but it was a pain in the ass to install it, so I'm probably not going to change it. And that's the fore-end function. All right, so moving back from the fore end, we have our optic, which is just an Aimpoint T1 on a ScalarWorks 193 with a 100 Concepts kill flash. The kill flash probably doesn't need to be there, but I think they're cool. I had one, so it goes on there. The light will end up with their kill flash thing, the little light cap, just because I think they're neat and they're cool. So it'll get one. Wrapped around the optic, we have a GBRS battery caddy. So this can hold CR123s. I believe the larger ones do AA's. I just got a little CR123 in there just because it's an extra battery for two of the attachments on my gun. The Aimpoint has a 2032 and it lasts a year, so it doesn't really need as much battery security. So I like having a little extra on there, and it's kind of cool, just interesting to me. And then on the stock here, we've got our Q Slingleberry that has been just wrapped into 550 cord that has been placed between the rubber pad and the stock, the plastic stock portion of it. So it's just kind of cinched between. You can see the little knot there so that it doesn't move up or down, left or right, just kind of secured in there. It still twists, so I don't like my slings twisting, but more than, it's been good to me, and I haven't had too many issues with the sling twisting, so that's been more than fine for what I need it to do. It does that well.
I like that red dot. I kind of fucking hate that red dot. Oh deep had a malfunction.
All right, so moving on from the optic, I just kind of want to talk about the gun itself, being a T7 owner and all that stuff, because there's a whole bunch that goes into it. I like it overall. Very, compact, small, cool. It's an MP7. It's cool. Mine has been working a whole lot more than I've seen a lot of other people's T7s work. I don't know Tommy personally. I bought one on the website, and I just happened to get one that works a little bit better than what everybody else has experienced. So mine has been pretty decent. Not so incredibly decent with the Hornady VMAX ammo. The polymer tips kind of deform. I've seen them almost completely break out of the projectile as it's chambering into the gun. So that has caused more than its own fair share of reliability issues. So mine has not been too great with the VMAX, but it does work much better with the Fiocchi jacketed soft points as well as their full metal jacket rounds. I still need to try the cellular and bellet full metal jacket rounds. I definitely want to try some of the contract steel core 31 grain rounds. But if I can find those, I will make a video with this gun and a P90 shooting through the 2mm titanium Russian plates, so I can kind of have a NATO contract gun video, kind of showcasing that, getting video footage of how it performs and everything in those specific contract parameters. So decent overall. But when it comes to controls, are all very ambidextrous. The magazine release, the bolt catch and release, the safety, as well as the stock and charging handle are all very easy to actuate, both left or right-handed. The stock is not true ambidextrous. The latch is only on the ejection port side, but it's super easy to hit with both your right hand and your left hand. So they're both very, they're all very ambidextrous compatible. When it comes to the magazine release, if you don't have the biggest hands in the world, it might not be so easy to hit the magazine release without breaking your grip. So I have pretty big mitts and I can hit that without breaking my grip too terribly much. So pretty decent. You can hit it with your trigger finger to release that mag and go through it that way. So it's got that. I do like that the bolt catch is catch and release. So you get catch by pushing it up, and then you get release by pushing it down. So easy overall. It's very tactile, very, very good. What's not so tactile is the safety. The safety is very much mushy. There's not a whole lot of feel between safe and semi. It just kind of rotates between the two positions. So you do get a little bit bigger ledge on your right hand thumb than you do on your left hand thumb side. But still plenty easy to actuate, both left or right-handed. Good overall. When it comes to the trigger, you get around it's a 4.5-ish pull, probably around 4.5, 5. It's gotten a little bit smoother as I've shot this more. So it's kind of, buttered up on all the little surfaces. It's just gotten a little bit better. But we'll go ahead and we'll ghost the trigger. So on safe or on fire, we'll get around 4 to 5 millimeters of play on the trigger there. We'll have a little false wall with some creep and then a break. So it's kind of mushy. There's not like a very glass feel to it like a Geisley, but it's certainly not like clunky, heavy. It's decent. It's not horrible. Better than a TP9. Not as good as a Geisley. I like it overall. You can shoot it pretty quickly if you get onto it, and it can go pretty fast. So I like it overall. And that's kind of the gun itself. I do want to get the HRF Concepts magazine well. Whenever they decide they want to release that, I will buy one, and I'll have a little magazine well on there. The laser and suppressor will change, maybe the light on down the line, but overall, pretty decent. I like the gun a lot. It's super cool to own. Hopefully, the UO Arms version will be better, and hopefully HK themselves will release one as well. I kind of like the M-LOK on the fore end. I don't hope, but I like that it's there. Like, you get the options of different mounts and things instead of the like thick Picatinny, and then you're stuck with Picatinny stuff. I like that it streamlines things to make it, just a little bit more streamlined. I think it's cool, but I'm sure purists will not much care for it, but I like it. Overall, very fun gun. Gets very small. Could be used for a lot of different things if it worked a little better. I have used this hunting, and it has taken coyotes. So very good coyote gun. It's super easy driving. Shoot it one-handed. Does that, very very well. Night vision, everything. Just pop some coyotes. So I like it. Please, if you have any questions or comments or whatever, post them down in the comments section, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
I'm just gonna shoot the grass over here.
Remember, it's 44 MOA up and 13 right. Oh shit, that helped. Yeah, God damn, that's fucking loud. Works though. Fuck you, Hog.